Hello and welcome to today's pandemic update for Tuesday, July 26, 2022. 97% of the country remains in high or substantial levels of transmission. Today we did get an update on the variant proportions. The BA.5 variant in the United States makes up 81.9% of the cases. BA.4 is 12.9% of the cases. BA.2, 12.1 is 5% of the cases. And the BA.2 variant is 0.3% of the cases. Taking a look at today's cases, 188,476 cases were added in the United States. Some of that does include multi-day totals. Today, 606 deaths were added. That's not good. And 876,827 tests were added. Hospitalizations rose significantly. 43,372 people are in the hospital, which is an increase of 1,204. The ICUs sit at 4,991, which is an increase of 165. Taking a look at the overall map, still a mixed bag. The Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, Northeast area continues to rise, and portions of the plains, but there are some other areas now that are either flat or slightly starting to drop. California might be near their peak for the BA.5 wave, and I will show you California's number down here. 67,127 new cases, which is a multi-day total in California, but that is slightly lower than last week. So they're not still rising, but they're not dropping a lot, but they did drop some. So we'll have to see what happens. It's possible they have started their decline on the BA.5 wave, which that still represents a ton of cases, so there's still a lot of people being infected. And remember, at-home tests are not being included in this. Texas, 9,571, again, slightly lower than last week. Florida, 11,565 new cases, slightly lower than last week. New York State, 4,957 new cases. Remember, New York State's going all over the place. Illinois, 5,200 new cases. Pennsylvania, multi-day count, 6,991 cases. Yikes, not good. Michigan, weekly count, 19,653 cases. New Jersey, 3,400 cases. Tennessee, 6,200. Virginia, 2,700. Wisconsin, 2,090. South Carolina, weekly, 17,662. That is a significant week-over-week increase. They are now up 26.9%. Colorado, 2,600 cases. Louisiana, 2,200. Maryland, 4,000. That's an increase. Oklahoma, 3,700. And it continues, and we'll end with Puerto Rico here. Puerto Rico today, only 372 cases. Every once in a while, they have a day where it's low cases, and then the next day comes in with a real high number. Taking a look at the HHS dashboard, 43,535 people are hospitalized on the HHS dashboard. 74.14% of all beds are in use. 6.27% of them are in use for coronavirus. Walgreens, yet again, did not update today. I know it says 7-26, but look here. All the numbers here are the same as they have been for several days. Unless you see something different that I'm missing, it has been stuck on 37.1 national positivity rate for multiple days, and the testing is the same amount. Coming to Texas now, the positivity rate in Texas is 29.5%. That has lowered ever so slightly yet again. I don't know that they have fully peaked yet. I like that they've been speculating maybe they have. But again, let's give it the rest of this week and see what happens. If that number keeps dropping, maybe they're on the backside of their BA.5 wave. Hospitalizations, though, have not peaked, and they are continuing to rise somewhat. 3,613 people are in the hospital in Texas. New York State positivity for today, 10.2%. Now we come over to New York State hospitalizations and we see something really interesting. Today, New York State reports 2,746 people in the hospital. That is higher than the spring wave, which peaked at 2,724. The spring wave was higher than the peak of the Delta summer wave in New York State last year. I tweeted about this just a little while ago. So, the current wave for this summer with the BA.5 is not only higher than the spring wave, it is higher than the summer Delta wave for New York State, which I find to be rather interesting. Because they're saying, oh, well, we know it doesn't transmit more severe disease or blah, blah, blah. Well, at the present moment, there's more people hospitalized. All right, looking at worldwide numbers. Brazil added 38,643 cases, plus 350 deaths today. That's not good. India, 12,971 new cases. France added 87,562 cases. 88,000 cases for Italy. Korea, 99,268 cases. So they're starting to go up a little faster. Then we come down to Japan. It says here 154,011. Disregard that number, because then we come over here to BNO's news tweet, which came out earlier today. 196,494 new coronavirus cases, an increase of 194% from last week, according to NHK, which is a World News Organization. That is a ton of cases. Australia, 46,209 new cases. That's an increase, at least over yesterday. Not an increase week over week, but it is one over yesterday. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Last week on Wednesday, they had a high, I believe it was close to 50,000. Austria, 9,000 new cases. And Taiwan, 25,000 new cases. Quickly looking at the weekly trends, the worldwide number is down a little bit, as is for cases and deaths. And parts of the world have peaked on their BA.5 wave. Some European countries have peaked, and that is starting to bring down the worldwide case count a little bit. However, I do think this will fall less than 9%. Maybe it'll get back to 5% as the week goes on, but we'll see what happens here. Because you do have some places where it's still rising, like as we just noted, with Japan being up pretty significant. With Japan here, it's showing up 70%. That will likely be up more next time Worldometers updates. All right, monkeypox outbreak. Today, Spain added a whopping 460 more cases. And remember, Spain is a much smaller country than the United States. The United States added another 104 new cases. Again, I'm suspect because the CDC's not adding all the cases for some reason. So therefore, we are still number 2 in the world at the moment. Eventually, sadly, the United States will be number 1 in the world for COVID cases. Monkeypox cases. It's just the reality. We're a bigger country, and we're not doing much to contain it, which is a real problem. UK today reported 159 new cases. That is a multi-day total. Canada, 63 more cases. Belgium added 82 cases. Germany, 58 cases. And I believe that's it for places with high numbers. Then you have Ireland, 16. Austria, 12. Just all lower numbers. Here you go with Ghana, added 11 cases. That's actually quite a few for them. So their outbreak's starting to celebrate. But overall, monkeypox, it's continuing to grow. Monkeypox now sits at over 19,306 cases. It will pass 20,000 cases tomorrow. And that's just the reality of it. This is going to multiply, and I think by the time August is over, there'll already be well over 100,000 cases in the world of monkeypox. So anywho, my daily reminder for you today is continue to social distance, continue to wear your mask, wear gloves to get groceries, wear gloves to get gas, and do whatever you can to keep yourself safe. Now, I do want to add one announcement. I am planning to do a Twitter Spaces on Thursday at 8 p.m. We're shooting for 8 p.m. Hopefully I can make it in time for that, but I don't think it should be a problem. And it's going to go on for about an hour. And basically we're just going to talk about the state of where things are right now with coronavirus, monkeypox, and all these other mysterious viruses that are popping up. And I'm going to talk about basically what I foresee coming for the fall. And it's not a pretty picture, to say the least. And then I will open it up for people to share their thoughts and opinions on this whole mess that we're in right now. Anywho, that's it for all today. Thanks for watching, and remember, we're all in this together. Stay safe, everyone.